Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU, also known as the one who's eternally sick, but unfortunately so far I wasn't really able to do much with that, but it is somewhat better now that we have things under control with medication and stuff, so hopefully I'll be able to record a bit more frequently now, which trust me is something I do enjoy. Incidentally, if you're still watching this series, then I salute you. You are one of the main reasons why I do this in the first place, and I really appreciate the fact that you are still sticking around. That means a lot to me. Anywho, let's, without further ado, get into the action. So first things first, I want to showcase something that even though it's 10:58, we now finally start to get into a place where we should be point-wise. Now again, I don't usually care about points. And yes, if I were to, for instance, rush or employ some other strategies, I would have been ahead of other AIs way faster than this. And of course, yeah, you can make the argument that right now Cravers are still ahead, but seriously, next turn they won't be most likely. And now that we actually started to conquer things around, well, our point lead is going to only increase at a tremendous speed. But again, you can get a better point lead faster, but I'm just trying to showcase the most adaptable strategy I know that works for the Riftborn. Anywho, speaking of which, let's go ahead and deal with some things. Some, maybe not issues, but things that we need to deal with. First and foremost, I have not forgotten to get rid of where I dare you are, you stupid bastard hiding over there on Temos. I mean, he's going to Temos, but he was hiding somewhere else. And since I'm sending so many Riftborn this way, I think I'm going to send some of the... so many Horatio to Temos. I think I'm going to send some Riftborn to Centaurus just because it's otherwise going to take a very long time to grow anybody over there, which is not maybe ideal. I could also send them for somewhere else, I suppose. But I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it might be a good idea to send at least one or two, actually. For the very simple reason that otherwise Centaurus is going to take forever to grow, and I don't want this to be the case. And that would be the case even if the Pilgrims were to reach a system, because Pilgrims by themselves don't really provide a system with an industry bonus, whereas the Riftborn do. So by sending it to extra pop in there, I'll be able to speed things up tremendously, I would imagine. Alrighty then, that's good. Menace, dear Menace, you're a menace in our lives, but that's okay, you don't have to worry about it. Why on earth do you have colonial exchange on a cold gas giant? That makes no sense whatsoever. I'd rather you go for science stations. As for the temperate planet, well, colonial exchange doesn't really fit that either, so spin product it will be. And this is also going to increase the, obviously, religious party support a little bit. Although religious party, I'm really worried about how they are doing. I will need a lot of dust to bribe people. But that's fine, we knew about this already. Okay, what else do I want in the system? Good question indeed. Some more science will do, I suppose, and we still have some more room, so... only a little bit. I'll just queue this thing up, and maybe next turn I'll use it to create some new, better singularities, which will be really sexy, if you ask me. Alright, you are in no shape to attack anybody, but you can send some probes, so please do just that. We'll see some more of the enemy's territory, maybe discard a home system. Again, we're not going for the militaristic victory after all, but we might as well just murder some people while we're going for the wondrous victory, right? I mean, it's fun to kill people. Also, the Horatio thing just procced, that's annoying. I really wish I could murder them all, or just turn them into goop and feed it to Pilgrims or something, or use them as bodies for my Riftborn population, that would be great. But alas, I'm not Vodiani. The thing I do have from Vodiani is the religious party, which is absolutely amazing. Alrighty then, Altair. I want to have a better battle on Altair, but I don't think... Yeah, the problem is my Wrath ship is not in the best spot right now, as in it's a little bit battered down. I don't think it can actually fight the enemy, which is not ideal, but I can certainly give it a go, so I'm going to do just that. And yeah, why not have a battle early in the video? That should be fun. The enemy is still using the same... Oh wait, yes, they're still using the same thing they were before. Alright, good. Barrage fire will do then. Spirit of it. No, I don't think so. I want to have all ships in the middle flank. Thank you very much. Hey, get to the middle flank. There you go. Let's start the fight and allow me to drink some tea while we watch this. Also, get lucky, pretty good choice of strategies for the AI, I would say. Certainly a good one, in fact, but I'm hoping I'll be able to wreck their... Well, actually, they have 3 defense ships. This will be potentially a painful battle for me. Obviously, I'm going to win, but it still might be fairly painful. Anyway, let me drink, please, because my throat hurts already. I do wonder. Am I speaking with some sort of accent when I record or something? As in, of course, I am speaking with some sort of accent, but is it not actually my natural accent? Because that would potentially maybe explain why my throat hurts so quickly when I'm recording, but not when I'm actually, you know, just speaking casually to somebody. Because it is strange, and I was thinking about it. So maybe I've been recording so long let me try and say that again. I've been recording for so long that unknowingly, whenever I press the record button, I slightly modulate my voice and use a slightly different accent, which might not be a natural accent for me. And maybe that's a result as for why my throat tends to hurt so quickly after starting recording. But don't make no mistake, even my natural accent, whatever it is not a normal accent. It's a very weird one. You can ask anybody who knows me in real life or just online or whatever. They will tell you that my accent is weird, and I'm very proud of it for some reason. I mean, they won't tell you that part, I just told you that part. But anyway, yeah, I lost a ship. That's unfortunate. I will need to make some more tank-like ships. And more importantly, I'll definitely need to have bigger fleets. But that can wait. Again, because I'm not going for the militaristic victory, I can just focus on the things I need the most for the wondrous victory. So grabbing those militaristic technologies, not really a big issue for me, especially since, as you can see, my fleets as they are right now, they suffer some losses, but they can still defeat any other fleet that the enemy sends their way. So that's fine. Also, I can murder some civilians, so let's do that. And some dust, very much needed dust as well, so I'm happy about that. A little bit of lag spikes, I'm not sure why, but oh wow, that's really nasty. We went below 30 for a second, which was weird. Anyway, more speed again for the reasons I explained before, and no, not damage yet. I do want experience as quickly as possible. Experience on the ships is actually surprisingly impactful. Like, it was the same case with Ender Space 1 for me. You don't notice or feel the impact of experience on your ships immediately, but it's there and it's pretty significant. So don't underestimate it. That's also the reason why I try to give my heroes, my admirals rather, the ability to increase the experience gained per turn for their ships, because it's so important. Now before I do end the turn, let's have a quick look see at the marketplace. So what are the trends currently? No trends to speak of. How expensive is titanium? It's actually fairly expensive. I could sell like 58 of it for a very good amount of money. Should I do this? Yes, why not? I'm gaining a lot of titanium per turn. I have no reason selling. I mean, not no reason, but no problem selling that amount of it, especially since I'm mostly using Hyperion for my fleet anyway. As for luxuries, I checked the prices, but I think I'm just going to... Yeah, that glitter is pretty cheap, but actually it's not as cheap as it could be. So, oh, so other people were also selling titanium. Well, that explains things, but anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to sell all of my dark glitter. Again, I'm never planning to use it anyway, might as well sell it now. The reason why I'm selling it now is because I'm a little bit scared to have things. I mean, sure, it's possible that they'll increase in their price quickly, but if something bad happens to the stock market or whatever, or if for instance, if some AI sells the same things that I have, I might not be able to afford the things that I want to afford, for instance, new singularities, and of course, the bribe cost, which as you can see is pretty significant now that I have so many planets, or the systems under my control. Anyway, now I think I'm ready. Wait, no, on fighters, I remembered I wanted to do something else. Eco habitats, I certainly want those. Wait, do I want those? Yes, because now with eco habitats installed, I can go ahead and send a pilgrim from Muses to Faitas, and maybe they'll make it in time. Oh, wait a second, there's a whole bunch of Epistis orbiting Faitas. Well, I guess I'll send them to Menace and they'll orbit Menace for all eternity. Or alternatively, I can send them to Temos. Sending the Temos is not a bad idea. I mean, Temos is already infested by the Horatio, and I don't have high hopes for the system anyway, so I might as well send some of those people from playtest over there. And again, I don't really have to worry about Pilgrims being in fight, as it won't really change the way it votes, the system votes, but it will modify it somewhat, and Pilgrims just are just so much better of a population to have on your good systems, so I do want to have them instead of anything else, really. Alright, and the 10, I don't think I forgot about anything. Oh yeah, I could have bought Orichalcix and Quadrinix, so... Oh well, you know, I guess I can do that now. But the thing is, I'm not sure if I will be able to afford that, because I do want to have some kind of backup money in stock. Event effects, honest policy, well that doesn't matter. But I have an idea. This will let me showcase something to you. See, I'm now getting extra 20 April 1 Empire. Let's have a quick look-see. And yeah, that's what I expected. It did not make any of my systems reach a high approval rating, and the single reason for that is, without the Saints and Sinners bill, my systems would be revolting so hard right now, you have no idea. That's why I absolutely love Saints and Sinners bill when I play as a Riftborn. It's so great, it's amazing, and as long as I believe you can go for it, and as you can see, well, I do believe that I can keep it up, there's very little reason not to go for it. I mean, if you want to go for a militaristic type of victory, then just by the virtue of militarist laws you can achieve a similar result. But if you go for something that's in any way different from militaristic victory, then I do wholeheartedly recommend Saints and Sinners bill. Unless you want to play a Tau Empire, in which case you're a little bit weird, but that's fine. And yeah, Horatio still say the same thing over and over again because they're boring. That's just Academy, that's people growing, alright, let them grow I suppose, Marketplace, and Political Survey, Religious Party is in last place. How did that happen? Well, I suppose it is understandable, it's because of the militarists' impact, and they have reasons to be impactful. Again, it's very difficult to limit the militarists. They always are in some way leading in your party because of how Endless Space 2 is. It is a war game after all, but this does kind of tell me that, you know, maybe militaristic party should be somewhat nerfed. It really should be. Having a defensive fleet, for instance, shouldn't necessarily give power to militaristic party, but maybe give power to some other parties, or no parties at all, because being able to defend yourself from threats doesn't instantly mean that you are pro-warfare, it just means that you are pro-safety. That might mean a whole bunch of things, including religious party support or scientific party support, whatever. Even pacifist party support, maybe if you believe in the doctrine of, you know, was it the Tarkan doctrine in Star Wars, I believe how it was called, you know, the idea of having peace through terror or something like that. I mean, whatever you want to talk about this idea, I'm just trying to make an argument that just having a fleet doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be pro-militarist. Although Tarka Doctrine is, I think, a poor idea because the Galactic Empire in Star Wars certainly was very much so militaristic. Anywho, let's stop talking about that. Yuda says you need a hero, and that hero will be an X-Jinx, thank you very much, and I'll have you fight... Let's fight somebody. Who? This fleet is going to take a while to get to Muses. We can go to Feya and kill those guys while we're at it, just cause. Kind of feel like killing those guys. Or I can just send him to Lakata and grab the Adamantian resource site, which isn't a bad idea. Or to Ova, because it seems like a pretty good system, but Tarkana seems like the next logical step I could take. I do wonder if the enemy has a trading network though, because if they do, then I'll do more damage by invading Lekata. What kind of systems are they anyway? Because I do care mostly about industry producing systems. Arid Savannah, Desert and Savannah, very good systems. What about you? Forest, Steppes, Tundra, Snow, okay, and Ova. Bearing, that's really good. Arid, Ato, Toxic. Alright, you know what, I'm gonna call for Lacerta first, I think, and I'll ignore my faction quest for the time being. It's not a very good idea to ignore it for too long. You should try to complete it ASAP, but I think I can do that. I'm not necessarily in a very big rush. I'm going to try to deal with that quickly, but not right now. Alright then, so you work on your thing, and now I can go for some really fast at singularities. Maybe not on this system, you need a lot of improvements as it turns out, so maybe in a mod Gemini, however, you could use some extra stuff. So how about you give me the singularities? Which one do I care about the most? Obviously I care about the root singularity because science, and why not fourth singularity as well. And yeah, I'm not necessarily caring too much about their effects. It's like whatever, they have an effect, cool I guess. I mostly care about what they give to my empire. As in, the extra dust and science is a really big increase. It's one that I will not ignore and nobody should really ignore. It's a very big boost to the power of the Riftborn. That's what makes them strong, you know? Anywho, as for you, you have... well, I still don't have access to quadrinics, so I'll have to work on that. So for the time being, I have one more spot for a singularity. Nair isn't actually doing anything though, so Nair could potentially make it, but I like Nair giving me money because as you can see I don't have that much money duration anyway, so that's whatever. Well, I have a lot of epistis over here, don't I? Wow, yeah, I really do. That's fine, Pilgrim is making his way over here. Anywho, let's see. What do I want to make over here? Do I want actually to make some kind of fleet over here? Because aren't there things I can make on Fighters? Not really, Fighters is also other things that I can make. So you know what, I'll just keep the system as my money maker, it's fine. Dust is useful after all. So what do I do with Menace in that case? We'll just build it up I suppose, that's not a bad idea. Explore the binary moons. Moon base will be useful, and oh yeah, Gamma platforms will be very useful over here actually. And Graviton and Hospitality, or National Museum, whatever it's called. Whatever. All of those things, good things, I want them. Alright, anything else? For the time being, not really. I lost a lot of money making those things, but I'll still be able to safely afford the stronger armor lobbying, which is nice. Any laws I forgot to enact. Admitted improve is still very juicy and tempting, but I'm not really in a rush. I like the law I have currently enacted and I think I'll just go ahead and keep it. Scrap Kings is tempting, but Cram Exam is better. I do need to grab some more technologies faster if I don't want to make a joke of myself for taking so long to actually reach a relatively easy victory to grab. Also, let's make you into a very much so glass cannon kind of fleet and send you over to Tercana. You know, a two-pronged attack? Why not? Just annoy the AI and make sure that they are begging for mercy at their earliest convenience. We're not gonna watch that fight, thank you very much. It's a revealer after all, it's not really worth our time. And they run away. Let's go ahead and guard the system. Do I want to invade it? Do I have enough... no, I don't have... I mean, I do have quite a bit of army. I can weaken the system, so let's go ahead and do just that. Preemptive bombing, and yeah, and I'll probably retreat afterwards. Minor victory actually did a lot of damage. I may not retreat, but for the time being, I will. I did what I wanted to. I made them ready for further invasion, and yeah, they lost a lot of their defenses. So I'll be able to probably take it next turn, actually. Maybe. Depends. If I send this ship as well to just use it as a way to move my manpower around, I'll probably be able to take it, actually. Which is quite a something. Quite a something, that was a weird thing to say. Also, I was supposed to queue up a first singularity, I forgot about that. Whatever, it happens, I suppose. Anyway, I didn't destroy the Vodiani fleets. Whatever, to be entirely honest, I forgot about this quest. Besides, they weren't here, and I had other things to deal with, and I don't have that many ships either. I'm going to fail that quest, which is sad, but not too annoying. The rewards aren't really entirely worth it. I found the Horatio Alpha, that's good to know. And oh! What? What? Hold on a second. Oh wow! Okay, I totally missed you. That is, well, good to know. Do I want to give them Muses? The answer is no, I do not. I mean, I can do the same tactic I did before and just surrender the system. Instead of using conscription, I'll think about it. Firstly though, they are forcing a truce on me, but I can just refuse it though, and this would be fairly easy. However, if I don't refuse it, they will pay me a tribute of 50 dust per turn for 22 turns. That's actually not that much, to be entirely honest with you, but at the same time I don't need to be at war with them. There's no reason for me to be at... I have no reason to be at war with them, and it boosts the military party. So, no, I think I'll accept it actually, but only after I make sure that music stays mine. So, I will conscript and then I'll accept. So let's go ahead and do that. Conscription, major defeat, but the system is still mine. I lost a pilgrim, but I still have one left, which is good. And now I can just be like, you know what, that peace treaty, it's fine. I'm going to accept. And now they no longer invade Muses, and that's fine. Alright, it cost me one pilgrim. That's acceptable, I suppose. You're still going to grow? Oh no, because you're still blockaded, technically speaking. Not for a very long time though. So it's fine. Anywho, discover that planet. Horatio have a bunch of useless stuff to say. We don't really care about that, do we? And you do say level up. Where are you again? Oh yeah, on the health system, right. So, I mean, are there any... Yeah, that's fine. I just give it more science, because science is always useful after all. And let's move ships around, nice and easy. You make your way over to La Seta. Now... Okay, I will not be able to conquer the system in a single turn, I don't think, but I will weaken it the same way I did before on the other system. Yep, in fact I almost lost everything, but the enemy system is now ready for conquest. Let's retreat. Nice and easy, guard the system, send a probe in a vague direction of somewhere. Because who knows, maybe I'll find something interesting. Sometimes it happens. And what else do I do? Well, just grab Turkana, but the thing is that will increase the cost of strong arm lobbying. So I won't grab it now, I'll grab it later. I'm not in a hurry after all. Yeah, I can grab it later, it's fine. Altair, you're finally starting to grow actual population as in pilgrims, which is nice. I appreciate that, certainly. I'm also going to give you level 2 modernization, because why not? It's cheap and easy to get. And why don't we actually make sure that you have a little tiny bit more production, because that would be fairly useful. And why not more Riftborn? Riftborn are good, and I like the system, it's actually pretty nice. Even though it doesn't have much population, it's still somehow productive, which I can certainly appreciate. Anyway, what kind of singularity do we have? 25 science, and that's the... Oh yeah, that's this one. Where do I want to enact it? I think just in a place where it's not important. Or in a place where it would be funny. Like here. Hi. And now we can, as you can see, just shift back and undo things. So, I'm not gonna shift back, but because, I mean, this would be pretty stupid. I'm just going to murder some people when I don't think we even need to watch that. But it is kind of funny. It's a cute little ability. Anywho, alright. Can I have the result, please? Or have control over anything? Game, did I bug it out? I bugged it out, didn't I? Crap, I didn't expect it to bug it out. I'll continue doing stuff, hoping that it resumes its normal course of action in a moment, but it's kind of strange. Well, okay, what do I do over here? Compression singularity, always useful. Let's grab that. And leave it as at that for the time being, and send some more bastards over to Temos. For instance, the bastards from Playtest. Oh yeah, this place is now colonizable. I forgot about that. Alright. Still, I don't want to have quite as many epistos, so let's go ahead and send them over to... Was it Temos? Yes, it was Temos. I want more breeding grounds for the pilgrims, so Temos, yep. And yeah, I suddenly bagged out the game, like real hard right there. So I'll save it and I'll reload it and hopefully it will work. I'm back. I was able to unstack the game by reloading, but it seems like we are unable to fight this battle because it seems like this Rip Singularity is indeed bagged, which is annoying, I'm not gonna lie about that, but well, there isn't much I can do about it, I suppose. Whatever, I'm still the one who's guarding the system, that's the most important part. I'm just a little bit scared that those guys might now flee to Altair, but there's literally nothing I can do about it. It's impossible for me to play this battle now. Unless they... I mean, I can declare the battle, but then everything gets stuck. So maybe next turn, and if they do get to Altair, then I'll just rage. No, I'll just move this fleet over. It's just going to be a little bit of a pain. Anywho, now I believe I can end the turn. Oh, no, I cannot. I just almost made a critical error because I queued up compression singularity over here and this almost made me not able to afford strong up or lobbying. That was really close actually. Okay, well I'm glad I was able to avoid it. Is it a huge planet? It's a lot, and this one is a huge. Alright, gamma analysis platform will be useful then, as well as eco habitats, because I'm sending a lot of trash over to here. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and end the turn now and let the elections happen. Good. For a second I thought it's going to crash or something. Anyway, I'm obviously going to go for strong unlobbying because it's the only thing I can do to have a chance for the religious party to actually win the election. Also, why is there nobody shown on this screen? I don't know. Actually, I think it's because this party is currently not represented in the government, but it's still rather strange. Anywho, please let the religious party win. I feel like I may have been slacking off a little bit when, you know, taking care of everything, but hopefully they will win anyway. Oh yeah, they're doing very well. Oh yeah, this... When you pay those kind of bribes, you know, thousands of dust each election, you can be pretty safe and sure that the party you want to win is going to win. He knew how useful bribes are, but I'm happy about this result. What I'm unhappy about is this! I wish I could, you know, control elections a little bit better, as in bribe people to specifically vote for those guys and those guys, but I suppose that is too much to ask for. I really want the industrialists in the government, but it's even more important to have the religious party in government, so whatever. That's really annoying. I have Spoils of War Act now, which is something I guess. This one is at least useful-ish, but that's all I can say, really. Industrialist law would be way better, but then again, having free Senti approval overall everywhere in my empire is even more useful, so that's fine. Anyway, Pilgrims are now leveled up, which means that they'll start supporting Santa's party. I know, I knew about that, but this is the kind of thing that I can accept, because keep in mind, whenever a scientist thing happens, they still also support religious parties, so they're still very much religious-centric, and they're just a good population. They give you science, and again, they support my goals of being religious, even if they also support scientists. That's fine. Of course, vision range is useless. But I care about those things and those things. Alrighty then, so discovered an asteroid field, that's whatever, explodes the galaxy. The Agri Plague, I guess I did it, wow. Time has run out and the quest failed. Huh, oh well, I guess it is a very difficult quest to succeed, I have to say. So it's not really a big deal, and I didn't really care too much about it either. Alright, this got a new minor faction. Okay. Where the balls are you? You're very far away. And you're of course an ecologist, so nothing to do with you. Why do all the factions I find love ecology so effing much? It's just, it's too much, really. You should limit yourself somewhat. Pace yourself or whatever. Anyway, fleet being made, let's see, food singularity. Where do I want to make that? That's a really good question. I'm not sure. Maybe Centauros. That would really help Centauros, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on Centauros. That's nice. This is going to help it quite a bit, and afterwards you can work on other things as well. And overall, this system is now going to grow pretty quickly as a result of the singularity, which is nice. Now I want the other singularity to be enacted, but I don't have the money to do so because Marketplace crashed, as if you remember. But right now Quadrinics and Orichalcus are pretty cheap, but there's very little of it in the galaxy, so I don't really care. No research queued up, we'll fix that right up. So there isn't much reason for me to unlock this technology, level of technology, because sure, I'll gain access to more laws, which is nice. Extra law is too useful, but I need to start gathering those two resources ASAP, because as you can see, I need quite a few of those. So let's go ahead and grab the final technology over in here, and alternative materials will be that, because firstly, squad think systems, it's something I mentioned a long time ago and it's very useful, and fabrication license, another very powerful improvement that I certainly do want to have access to. Okay, with that done, Gemini, what do you do for me? You kind of sit there, really, honestly. But I suppose 40% science is pretty good, but first of all, I'll give you those kind of things. so that you can grow nice and easy. And why do you have no specialization over there? I will give you spin product just so you like the religious party a little bit more. Yes, I still want religious party to be... What I want is to be able to get them in the government without me bribing everybody to do so. I want them to naturally win the election, but looking at how my empire has shaped up to be, it's just not something I'll be able to make happen. So you know what? I think I should try harder to make the industrialists win rather than the religious party win, because I can always bribe people to vote for the religious party, and yeah, I think that's what I was doing wrong over there. Anyway, they have big plants over here, a huge plant. Only one, but it's still a huge plant, so yeah, it's certainly worth it. Besides, it gives you bonus regardless of the plant size. It's just best on big planets, so yeah. And for that reason, let's move you over to here. Nice. And eco habitats as well. And moon base? Is there any moon over here? Are there any moons, rather? Yes, there is one moon. Well, I suppose a moon is still not bad. But I think F Reality Institute is more important. We'll deal with that in a moment, I suppose. It's fine. Anything else I need to do? Well, I'm kinda scared to try to fight this fight. But I can just invade the system, I suppose. If that works, of course. And over here I can fight this fight and invade this system as well. Let's kill those bastards first. Nice and easy with barrage fire. I don't think... Oh wait, I didn't set my people up to be properly placed, but I don't think it will matter. Yeah, the enemy just retreated. Yeah, either ways, that's fine. Let's invade. Let's guard the system. I'm going to go for Blitz. I think it might be enough to win. It actually wasn't. I'm a bit surprised, but then again, it did conscript. So let's retreat, and this should leave them with very, very little thingies. That's fine. And as for you, I cannot actually attack because no enemy fleets orbit the system. It looks like they do, but that's fine. Let's see if ground invasion works. I hope it does. I'd really like it for it to work, but alright, it did work. Nice. Is the enemy going to try to replace? Oh wait, what? Wait, what was the result? Did I lose? Wait a second. I shouldn't have. Yeah, I lost all of my armies. Alright. In that case, let's grab some more manpower. I'll be back in a moment. It's not a big deal. It's fun ability, isn't it? It's just like, oops, I made a mistake, I now have no more manpower. Well, I guess I'll just regain some. But it does mean that I'll need to have some more manpower generation, so I'll go for fabricated forces, which is going to be, you know, give me a very big increase in manpower generated, as you can see, which is rather useful. Can I actually increase the power of my manpower? Which sounds weird when you say it, but whatever. I can, but it would cost too much and not give me too much benefit, so I won't, because I need my resources for my fleets, obviously. Alright. Fighters, everything is going well over there. I'll give you another spin project, just to make sure that you support the only right party, of course. Then again, like I said, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to bribe people to vote for them anyway, so I should stop thinking that way. As for you, just keep growing. You have a thing on us, that's nice. How about you go for predictive logistics next, after you deal with the repair of reality? Actually, machine embodiment first. Now I'll just send somebody over there, I suppose, in a moment. In fact, Feya I didn't really care about, but this is, again, a system that might be important in making people vote for the parties I want people to vote for, so I'll deal with that in a moment. Anyway, there's a pilgrim over here. This system has 2 pilgrims, so I can send one over to Feya, which is what I'm going to do. Where is that? That's over there, that's nice. I just like breeding population. I don't know, it's just somewhat strangely satisfying. Then again, I might just be weird, which is entirely understandable and normal. I mean, no, I don't think it's normal. Whatever. Also, hi there, I found more oligarchics. Might be useful, this means that I'll focus on gathering quadrinics fast because I might get 2 resources of oligarchics. Then again, this is all inside the Croatian territory, so I can't colonize this place. So I can only conquer it if they colonize it, which, well, so far they haven't, so you know what, never mind. It's just something to keep in mind, I suppose. Is there any other endgame resources? Are there any other endgame resources over here? There aren't. Oh well, it's fine for the time being, I suppose. Let's end it then. I don't think I forgot about anything. And end this video as well. It feels like we did less progress, but we are moving forward in terms of conquest. Yeah, Turkana is here now. It's a bit strange actually, but It's really strange, actually. But whatever, increased price for strategic luxuries, resources, that's also good. It means I can sell them for a lot, I suppose. Competitive quest info, creators about to win, I don't really care. Wait, means of production, I actually do. And those guys now start negotiating for truce. You guys are insane. I'm just going to refuse that and end the video here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. It was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mix Spammer, and I'll see you online.